A new dev diary for Payday 3 has been released, and we're talking everything about heists. So let me take you through all you need to know about heists in Payday 3. To start us off, they're going to be launching with 8 unique heists, and they're going to try and make each heist feel unique while remaining with the Payday feel that we know and love. So we got an insight into the creative processes. So they asked 2 questions. What unique gameplay element does that heist have? And how do they make it look and feel unique even if they have a similar setting to other heists? Now they're going to make heists less binary, so it has soft fails. So if you get caught by security, you won't be immediately have to do a restart. And with that, it's something I've mentioned before in one of my previous Payday 3 videos, and it has different security levels in each area. So if you're trespassing, you'll get escorted out, and it won't go loud straight away, and you'll just have to restart and go back in again. One of their aims is they don't want to have a stealth break feel like a failure, and if it does happen, it means you will have to go with another playstyle, or basically a plan B. And this is also reflected in the skills and gadgets and how the civilians work. And with that, there's going to be no one linear path. They're encouraging, if you are in co-op, different players can do different objectives parallel towards the one goal you're going towards. As an example, you might have to hack something, or you might have to picklock something else. One player can do that on one side of the map, and another can do another objective like that on the other. I've mentioned this in a previous video about there are more things that you can do in stealth without putting your mask on. So things like sprinting and interacting with certain aspects in the world you're able to do now. So you could have 2 be in casing mode in stealth and the 2 others can be masked up. There's going to be less quick interactions with more of a focus on bypassing objectives through managing and moving hostages, general movement and coordination between your teammates. Going into civilians a little bit further, civilians are divided from your regulars, your regular Joes, and employees, and they care about different things. And civilians now have a bit more value. You still have the trade-ins to get somebody out of custody, but there's also the negotiation phase, which is new. Again, I've mentioned this before. And so you can trade them in for pieces of equipment. Now, enemies care about whether there are civilians nearby. So there are some shotgun enemies that will switch to a more precise weapon to prevent collateral damage. The new grenadier enemy will resort to using flashbangs rather than gas grenades if they are near civilians. And there are also skills to get you more things when you trade civilians as well. Depending on the difficulty, there is a rotation of security firms. So it can change your approach, it makes it more challenging, improves that replayability. On one difficulty, it might have one security firm, which has a certain set, but then you go to a different difficulty and it's a completely different set, and it might have to completely change your overall approach. You're going to be seeing more high-tech equipment and security systems. Hacking is going to be expanded and will be expanded more post-launch. And with that, future content is planned for the hacking functionality as they add more content. But right now, the hacking is more focused around systemic, non-objective hacking, while the game focuses more around the cameras. And talking of it being a bit more digital, a lot of the more digital aspects are going to be in the gadgets over anything else. And with those gadgets, they are designed to de-escalate situations or approach security systems or infiltrating places differently. And they're also going to be coordinated voice lines. So SWAT will react to the world around them, and they can be related to enemies. For example, there's going to be a voice line if there's a dozer nearby, and they say something on the lines of "make way for the dozer." There's also going to be lines for the civilians as well. Now, these lines, they give hints to the player of what's basically happening around them a bit more. As for the stealth security systems, there are going to be laser grids, alarm floors, and moving sensors, which is something that we've kind of seen a taster of in some of the cinematic footage that they've sent out. The difficulty of stealth is going to be different from map to map, and therefore it will, again, differ your approach. They have also said stealth is less about a racing game and more about being patient. The developers have also said coordinated skills are important for a success on a heist. So instead of having everybody having the same skill set, you can have different ones for different places or different plans, depending on what you want to do. And that's everything that we know about heists in Payday 3. The last thing I am going to mention isn't related to the Heist Dev Diary, but I am going to mention that there is a beta now access. You can get that through Steam. I think you can access it through console as well. If you go and check out the beta FAQ on their website, which I'll leave a link in the description below, you can check that out. It's currently live and active. I personally haven't been emailed to say I've got a key yet, unfortunately, but if you have a key and you've been playing it, let me know what it's like. And I don't think a lot of people know that the beta is on an April build. So everyone's playing on something that's 4 months old. 4 months of development, it's probably come a very, very long way. So just bear that in mind if you are playing the beta. And that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what your favorite thing is about heists that I've covered in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.